As I say it, he's passed it straight to Mark Byrne. And that's somehow actually stayed in, so is there a little chance for Pats here from nothing, because Sam Bone is racing forward. Barnett did well just to get back in and disrupt his attacking momentum, but it's back to Lennon, always available, and Lewis. And McCormack just tries to flick that one around the corner. It didn't work out, but it did bounce off the Bray player and back to Lewis, who's showed real good play there just to keep that one alive.
Again, Jay, you can just see Doyle. He's probably just 4 or 5 yards, just a little bit too high. He's just allowing that pass to come the wrong side of him, and this is where Andrew Quinn, probably, who's not the most experienced, as I said. And
there's big space here on the left if Bray can find Verdon and Barnett, but good positioning in the end by Sam Bone. But if the pass was better, he might have been in a bit of trouble.
I think he's worked hard to get back in, Jay, but I think his position originally was just a little bit too high, a little bit open. He was worried more so about the wing back Dylan Barnett, and rather than what we said already, that if Sam Verdon and Brandon Kavanagh are going to play a little bit higher, then Paddy Barrett and Lee Desmond are kind of a little bit exposed. And I think Sam he got back really well with a sprint, but he probably, with his starting position, probably could have been a little bit deeper.
Pass of the night so far by Alfie Lewis. Lovely ball to McClelland into Lennon, who wants a foul, and the referee again unmoved. Some of these supporters here on the Cammach beside us don't really agree with that decision.
They don't
there's nothing new there.
They don't agree with any decision,
unless it's a free or a pen over Pats.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Even that sometimes is not right.
Lennon, left-footed ball to Billy King here. Once again on his right foot, King, and it slipped through Brian Marr, and St. Pats have taken the lead here in the 23rd minute at Richmond Park. King shot low across the goal, but Marr, the Bray goalkeeper, Jer, probably be disappointed with that one.
Jay, he will be disappointed. You know, it's bread and butter, and there's been a couple of flash shots already from Jace McClelland, and yeah, listen, that should be bread and butter. But again, it's a decent strike. What I said about Jace McClelland on the other side, it's cutting inside probably and leaving more space on your stronger foot, Jay, to be able to get strikes off, and Brian will be really disappointed with that. But what I'm going to say is, and I said it already, is that if you can see that goal again, Joe Doyle is just...
Maybe was looking to try and go to Lee Desmond, but he's probably a little bit afraid that Brandon Kavanagh was quite close.
Yeah, I know they're playing that box, Jay, but one of Richie O'Farrell and Mark Bourne have to go up. You can see the rotation there that's going on. Like Billy King has just dropped in. Andrew Quinn has actually run 20 yards by Mark Bourne to follow him in, and Mark Bourne's had to follow Ben McCormack into Andrew Quinn's position. So maybe it's a formation that they're not familiar with, but they need to kind of either get up on the play or all drop off, and they're just getting a little bit disconnected at the moment.
McCormack to King, back to McCormack, across the goal, should I say, all the way across to Jay McClelland at the back post, and we'll try and get a look at this again in a second year, but a good chance for the Saints after his contract with West Ham expired. Won the Pats Player of the Month a couple of times, but for now Bray are on the attack here, and Sam Verdon could be in, and that is a really calm play by Yaros just to come out, and I'm not sure if he tried to control it or pass it, but either way he did well. The starting position was good, Jer, because Verdon seemed to beat the offside trap there.
Yeah, it was a really good little flick around the corner from Brandon Kavanagh, thinking forward again rather than Justin. And again, there's the easy ball, Jay. It's just so
Joe Doyle only running back now.
Yeah.
So here's King, and one of the three centre backs is dragged out, and King's left foot across towards the back post has found Jay McClelland, and it is now St. Patrick's Athletic 2, Bray Wanderers 0. Billy King scored the first. He's got an assist for the second. Jay McClelland at the back post, the freedom of the back post to head it in. From St. Pat's point of view, a great goal, but from Bray's point of view, Jer, you've been speaking about it all half. That space on the left, St. Pat's have had so many attacks, and it's led to the second goal of the evening.
And Jay, I said it's going to keep happening, and again, it's a ball out, and it's a 1v1, and Andrew Quinn, he's done okay. He's probably faced 6 or 7 1v1s already, and the couple of times that they've got by, Billy King came in on the inside first and got a shot off, and this time he's decided to go down the outside. It's a fantastic cross with his left foot, and
affect things with so far tonight a goal and an assist. And St. Pat's on the attack again here through McClelland to that man King, and he's found Lewis a chance to shoot here for Alfie Lewis, and he's hit it with his right foot, but it's straight at the Bray Wanderers goalkeeper Brian Marr, who's grabbed it. And again, Jerry, you can just see out a shot that Bray, 5 previous meetings in this competition, most recently at this stage back in 2019, a 2-1 win for Pats. Dean Williams put Bray ahead, but goals from Dave Webster and Glenn McCauley secured a win for the Saints. the other cup meetings in 2013, 2007, 2001 and 1992. 4 wins for Pats, 1 for Bray. So St. Pats will be hopeful that trend can continue this evening, and so far so good. But Desmond's going to have to really sprint to try and get this one. And a lovely view of Lee Desmond in full flow from our pitch level camera here at Richmond. And he's played that ball nicely up to the feet of Matty Smith, who now has Ian Birmingham overlapping, and Birmingham's cross is in towards Ben McCormack, and it is 3-0 to St. Patrick's Athletic. What a cross by the captain Ian Birmingham to Ben McCormack, who has scored a brilliant header. Ger O'Brien, it's his 3rd start of the season, academy graduate here through the club, not terribly known for his heading, but he's absolutely buried that, and that's game over.
I was only talking to someone coming down in the car this evening, Jay, about Ben, and you know, we were talking about Dara Burns and his ability, and you know, he's got a couple of goals, but he's also been given an opportunity to start. And you know, from Ben's point of view, coming on in games sometimes is difficult, but he's done fantastically well. It's a beautiful cross from Ian Birmingham. I don't normally associate Ben with headers. It's probably one of his first headed goals that he's ever had, but it's he absolutely buried that one. And they say with the skill of headers, I know you didn't probably score too many yourself, but headed back where it came from, and it just gave Brian Maher no chance. No, it's the quality of cross, Jay, as well. You know, it's so important, and it's a beautiful little play. It's a great little ball in by Lee Desmond into Matty Smith's feet, and Pat's managed to create that overload down the line, and really good little ball into from Matty Smith to Ian Birmingham perfectly that you can put it across first time.
And here St. Pat's looking for more. Alfie Lewis spreads it out to the left to, it's Billy King. I was blocked by the floodlight there, but it is King. Back to Birmingham, and his cross into the box this time again finds McCormack. This time he can't get his header on target, but it has broken, and it is 4-0 to St. Patrick's Athletic. And it's Sam Bowen who's caught it on the half volley. I'm not sure Jay ever took a deflection or not, but it's gone in off the post, and it is 4-0 to St. Pat's, and that's really game over now. And for Bray, this could end up anything.
Yeah, listen, we said at half time a stick or twist and try and stay in it, and again another little ball in. Ben in the box again. Jason McCann kept it alive, and Sam's caught it fantastically well on his left foot, and it's hard to see, you know, did it take a deflection, but you know, it just crept in at that near post off it, and 4-0 Jay, and you got to be thinking that you can't just let it go. Crazy won't want next week, so yeah, listen, they're wrapping him up. That's exactly what they're doing. They're wrapping him up in cotton wool and make sure he's ready for next week.
Here go the Saints on the attack again. Matty Smith to Ben McCormack, who's going to cross this left-footed, and it's all the way across towards the back post, and good position by Barnett, but it's come out to Lennon, who slid it to Sam Bowen, who I think maybe nosebleed stuff there, wanted to try and score another one, and his heavy touch has just allowed Bray to spring out here on the counter, but Gary Shaw's first involvement has failed to find his fellow sub Luka Lovic. And here's Paddy Barrett marauding forward now, and he's going to shoot right with his right foot. Paddy Barrett, and it's one of the goals of the season here at Richmond Park in the 62nd minute. Paddy Barrett from centre back.
You know, that's fantastic from Paddy Barrett, and you know, he's been really, really good since he's come back into the team after his injury. So yeah, rewarded with a goal this evening.
As things are going, our post-match analysis will be quite long with all the goals we're going to have to show.
Listen, supporters are here tonight. We said it could have been a tough evening for Bray, and the Pats applied themselves. I didn't feel that it would have been an issue for them. Unfortunately for Bray, Pats have turned up, they've employed themselves, and you know, it's listen, a lot will be learned this evening from Gary Cronin for different things. They'll be learned about himself and the shape, and maybe change it, and maybe the week's training and the build up into it, and you know, being able to adapt during the game and stuff like that. They're all parts of the learning, and he's still a young manager, and it's a young group, and you know, the most important thing for him this year will be trying to get promoted.
And Sam Bowen back to Jamie Lennon, and the shot just flicks off Matty Smith and out for a goal kick. Mentioned earlier, Ger, St. Pat's the top scorers in the
at such a young age, and
he's involved there for the first time, Ger, as Barnett skips in, and his cross is just flicked away by Sam Bowen, and Billy King will set St. Pat's on the attack. We'll come back to Stephen Kinslett in just a second. We'll see how this attack develops, as Matty Smith, who of course will be suspended for the derby next week, he be more than likely trying to continue to play the 90 minutes here, and not that he'll want to, but he'll have a break, enforced break next week.
Yeah, unfortunately, because he's been fantastic, not just with his play on the ball but off the ball as well. But yeah, just on Stephen Kinslett, he's really, really talented player, and Sometimes it takes young players a little bit of time, especially when they've come back after the disappointment, that they try and, you know, kind of get a settled place and a settled club where they can kind of showcase their talents, because he certainly is a talented player, and you know, he certainly does have a long career to still to go in the game. He just needs to kind of find the right place and the right style, the right team, and I'm sure he can flourish again.
King, a few step overs, and almost like Cristiano Ronaldo there he was, but his shot is blocked, but it's broken to McClellan. Bray wanted offside, the flag hasn't gone up, and all the Bray players bar Gary Shaw on the edge of their own box here. They will want to try and limit the score, even though of course goal difference in the cup means nothing, but they don't want to concede more than 5. But here's Barrett again. Is he going to shoot? He is, with that right foot, and this time maybe more back to type at the centre back there. The shot doesn't trouble Brian Marr.
No.
A first save of the evening, but an easy one at that, really, from Vidislav Jaros, who's on course for his 3rd clean sheet in a row and his 9th of the season. Settled into life as St. Pat's goalkeeper on loan from Liverpool really, really well. The tempo's just dropped off here in the last moment or two, but St. Pat's know the game is won, and I'm sure as well, the Pats players, even though they want to continue to play well to avoid any type of injuries or knocks or cards themselves.
Yeah, it's probably why I thought that we might have emptied the bench, Jay, to be honest with you, and just, you know, I'd expect.
Here's Billy King, found by McCormack. King on a goal already, and he's got a second left-footed strike into the far corner. He's actually hurt himself there, you can just see on the pitch cam. But King, such a good technical player off both feet, whether Jerry plays off the left or off the right. He's got an assist, he's got his first goal of the evening, and he scored his second goal of the evening tonight to make it St. Patrick's Athletic 6, Bray Wanderers 0, and that is a 4th of the season for Billy King.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? And again, I said that it was going to be that patient build up, Jay, and until they can kind of create that little space. It's a wonderful turn again. Ben on the back foot, spotted the danger, get out, and again we're speaking of these 1v1 situations. Jones just, because he's so good at going inside outside, you just don't know